All right, members of the City Council, let's jump right into it. Welcome to today's Explainer. As we look ahead at the future of our city's infrastructure, I want to detail exactly how we're planning to deploy our new life-saving traffic AI. And importantly, we're going to look at this entirely through the lens of the strict Kingdom AI governance framework. Because look, we all want faster emergency responses, for sure, but as a policy expert, it's my job to show you how we actually achieve that while fiercely protecting public trust and privacy at the exact same time.
So just a quick look at the agenda for our session today. We're going to cover the life-saving traffic vision, the Kingdom AI governance framework, our approach to privacy, data, and sensors, oversight and audits, equity and community safety, and finally, the pilot program and how we build public trust.
Okay, kicking things off with Section 1, the life-saving traffic vision, or smart infrastructure for first responders. We're starting here because these are the immediate, visceral benefits of why this tech actually matters for our neighborhoods.
Now, you hear this from your constituents all the time, right? How do we cut emergency response times without sacrificing public safety? It's the core challenge we face at every busy neighborhood intersection. Think about it. When an ambulance is stuck behind 3 blocks of gridlock, precious seconds are just ticking away. But if we just blindly flip all the lights to green, we risk causing high-speed collisions. It's a real catch-22. We need a targeted, intelligent solution here.
And that solution is an advanced public safety traffic control AI. By creating seamless, prioritized corridors through our urban traffic, we can directly save lives in critical moments. We are literally talking about shaving actual minutes off responses to cardiac arrests or strokes, where, as they say, time is tissue. Plus, clearing these intersections proactively reduces those terrible secondary crashes involving the public, and it vastly enhances safety for our first responders while they're en route. It's a total game changer.
Moving right along to Section 2, the Kingdom AI governance framework. This is our ethical shield. Now, what's really fascinating about this next part is how we establish the strict ethical ground rules for deploying this AI, because technology is really only as good as the policy governing it.
So we'll be adopting the Kingdom AI governance framework. What does that mean? It's basically a human-supervised, narrowly scoped policy structure. It ensures the AI assists our emergency teams, but it absolutely never replaces our civic responsibility. And it is paramount, absolutely crucial, that the City Transportation Department remains the legal owner and the final authority of this system, not the AI vendor. We hold the keys.
As you can see, we've mapped out exactly how these core ethical principles dictate our city policy. First, we operate on necessity, using only the absolute minimum system data needed. Then there's proportionality, meaning a minor incident doesn't freeze half the city grid. Through transparency, we're going to publish clear policy summaries for the public. Accountability ensures humans remain legally responsible for all actions. And above all, safety first, meaning traffic efficiency never ever overrides basic human safety.
Which brings us to Section 3, privacy, data, and sensors. Protecting civil liberties. We need to address the elephant in the room here. How does sensor fusion data interact with signal phase management without infringing on the civil liberties of our residents?
Well, let's be crystal clear on how this adheres to our strict privacy standards. We only collect aggregate, macro-level data, traffic flow, signal status, vehicle-to-infrastructure data. But crucially, we never collect license plates, passenger tracking, or individualized routes. We strictly forbid any law enforcement profiling or predictive targeting. Guys, this is purely about emergency traffic optimization. It is absolutely not continuous surveillance.
And this commitment to privacy builds directly into our framework for continuous legal compliance. It's a simple flow. Aggregate sensor data is collected. Then, signal phase protocols are dynamically optimized for incoming EMS. Now, if any personal data is somehow incidentally captured by a road sensor, it is deleted within the shortest legally required period. And finally, all system access is strictly logged.
Next up is Section 4, oversight, audits, and misuse. This is all about human-in-the-loop accountability. To really prevent system misuse, we have to look at how the technology is governed day-to-day by our human supervisors. Let's walk through a real-world scenario to see how audit logs prevent misuse. Imagine heavy traffic flow on Main Street during rush hour. Step 1. Emergency dispatch manually verifies an active incident. Step 2. A human operator initiates a corridor lock and an intersection freeze to let the fire trucks through. Step 3. That specific manual override is meticulously and securely logged. Step 4. Once the trucks pass, the system degrades safely back to normal traffic patterns. And Step 5. An oversight committee reviews that audit data to ensure the override was actually justified. You know, if there's one thing to take away from this explainer, it's this North Star. The AI should assist decision-making, not replace civic responsibility. That formal oversight committee I just mentioned, it's going to include transportation officials, EMS leaders, our city's privacy officer, and public representatives. By evaluating all outcomes, even the false activations, we maintain total transparency and ensure we're never over-relying on the AI.
All right, Section 5, Equity and Community Safety. Fair service for every district. It's absolutely vital that we guarantee this system provides equitable access and ensures safety for all neighborhoods, equally.
And to put that into perspective, our metrics will measure positive public impact driven purely by the type of emergency, not by demographics or zip codes. Look at the breakdown. 40% of triggers for medical emergencies, 30% for fire containment, 20% for police, and 10% for evacuations. Emergency prioritization is based strictly on incident urgency. Every single district in our city gets fair, fast, and optimized emergency response.
And finally, Section 6, the pilot and public trust, a data-driven rollout. Let's wrap up with the practical rollout plan and our communication strategies for informing city stakeholders, because we literally cannot build a smart city without the public's trust.
So we're taking a very measured, phased approach here. Month 1, we install edge interfaces. Month 2 is for rigorous offline simulation. Month 3, we launch an advisory mode pilot. And only in month 4, if all safety metrics are met, do we transition to supervised active priority. We're going to pilot this in a district with frequent calls, mixed road types, and strong community leadership. That way, we test real conditions and establish clear baseline comparison data.
Now, communication is key. As council members, you can take this simple summary directly to your constituents at local community town halls. Tell them exactly what this does. It saves lives via faster EMS response. It protects their local intersections from crashes. Reassure them that it strictly protects privacy, zero continuous surveillance. Remind them of the full human oversight, and honestly, use this to gather their ongoing public feedback on these safety initiatives.
Well, council members, that wraps up our explainer. The technology is here, and as you've seen, the governance framework is solid. So, are we ready to lead the future of ethical, life-saving smart infrastructure? That is the crucial question I leave you with today as you consider deploying this highly governed, privacy-preserving tool for the future of our city. Thank you so much for your time.